still knew each other's faces, still slept on the same side of the bed. But something in the way you touched me said things you never said. We talked about the everyday like it was all we had, avoiding every deeper truth, afraid of what we'd find. I felt the distance growing, even when you were near, like love was losing its language year by year. Our hearts became strangers before we said goodbye, still beating in the same room, but looking past each other's eyes. We didn't break in anger, we didn't fall apart in pain, we just stopped recognizing what we couldn't explain. You'd smile when I walked into the room, but it didn't reach your soul. I learned how to read the silence like it was taking its toll. We stopped asking, how are you, like we already knew. Sometimes knowing the answer makes you afraid to ask it too. I kept believing closeness was something time wouldn't mend, didn't know love could still be here and quietly in. Our hearts became strangers without ever moving away, still sharing all the same moments, but losing what to say. I don't blame you for the distance or myself for the try. I just miss when our hearts still recognize why. Some love doesn't leave in pieces, it just forgets how to stay. It learns how to exist politely and slowly fade. I don't curse the years we shared or the dreams we made. I just wish we'd noticed sooner when love slipped into yesterday. Our hearts became strangers, and I felt it too late, not in one defining moment, just a slow rearrange. If love ever needs a warning, this is mine to explain. Listen closely to the silence when hearts start to change.
About the little things, like nothing had gone wrong. Still saying see you later, and gone. You kissed me like it was routine, like we had time to spare. I didn't know that moment was our last one there. I thought goodbyes came with signs, with words you couldn't miss. Didn't know they could hide so well inside a simple kiss. It was a goodbye we didn't notice, no warning in the air, no final look, no breaking point, just love thinning there. By the time I felt the ending, it had already passed. Yeah, we said goodbye without knowing, in a moment meant to last. We talked about tomorrow like it was still on the way. You smiled like you believed it, or maybe wanted to. Your hand slipped out of mine like it had somewhere else to be. I felt the truth arrive too late in the quiet after me. If I'd known the weight of that second, I would have held it tight. But you don't guard what feels eternal until it says goodnight. It was a goodbye we didn't notice, hidden in plain sight, not in tears or final words, just a normal night. I don't blame the way it ended, or the love we had. I just missed the chance to know that it was our last. Some endings don't announce themselves, they don't knock or call, they slip out softly while you're living, like nothing changed at all. I don't curse the time we shared or the way it went. I just wish I'd felt the moment before it left. It was a goodbye we didn't notice, and that's what hurt. just the love I lost. If love ever asks for attention before it fades from view, I'll remember how it left us without a clue. Still makes the same old noises, the floorboards settling in the dark, but none of them feel familiar. None of them know who you are. I turn the radio down low, like I'm listening for truth, but every quiet room reminds me I miss the sound of you. Not just the words you used to say, or how you'd call my name. I miss the way your presence fills the spaces I can't tame. I miss the sound of you moving through my days, your laughter in the hallway, your breath when you'd stay. It's not the silence that breaks me, it's knowing what it knew. Yeah, the quiet hurts the most, 'cause I miss the sound of you. You used to hum without realizing, like the moment felt safe enough. Now even music feels uncertain, like it's missing something soft. I catch myself still listening for footsteps that won't come through. Some habits don't know how to leave. I miss the sound of you. sound of you. They say time dulls the edges, that it smooths what once was sharp. But some love lives in the senses and settles in the dark. I don't cry when I remember, I don't break in two, I just breathe a little heavier, missing the sound of you. I miss the sound of you, but I've learned to stand with echoes in the background and love still in my hands. If memory ever fades away, I hope it leaves me this truth, that I once felt less alone in the sound of you.
We didn't shatter in a moment, didn't fall apart in flames. We kept showing up politely, calling it the same. Your smile stayed soft and careful, like it didn't want to bruise. But something underneath the kindness was already loose. I kept waiting for the thunder, for the night we'd finally break. Didn't know love could collapse so softly, without a sound to make. It was love that broke quietly, right under our skin. No last fight, no slam door, just less of us within. By the time I felt the damage, it was already through. Yeah, love didn't leave us loudly, it just quietly broke in two. We talked about the future gently, like it wasn't in doubt. But every plan felt borrowed from a life we'd already walked out. Your hand still rested in mine, but it didn't hold on tight, like it was learning how to let go. One careful night at a time. If pain had screamed, I might have run. If love had begged, I'd stay. But silence made the choice for us, while we looked away.
something I could fight, no single moment to point to, just the loss of light. I don't blame you for the ending or the truth we knew. I just miss believing love was strong enough to see us through. Some endings don't feel like endings till you're standing alone, till the house stops answering when you speak its tone. I don't curse the way it faded or the years we spent. I just wish I'd felt the breaking before it went. It was love that broke quietly and taught my heart the truth. Not every wound is dramatic, some just loosen you. If love ever needs a warning before it slips away, listen closely to the silence when love starts to break that way. We woke up in the same old morning, same light through the blinds, but something in the air felt thinner, like it had crossed a line. You smiled like you always did, but it didn't reach your eyes. I felt the cold arrive between us without a reason why. I kept chasing yesterday like it might come back around, but warmth don't answer questions once it's gone. Our love was warmer yesterday, I felt it in your touch. Today your hand feels distant, like it's learned too much. I don't blame the night for changing or the way time plays. I just miss the heat we used to share. Our love was warmer yesterday. We talked about the things we needed and they were still the same, but every word felt borrowed, like it carried someone else's name. I reached for you out of habit, you led me, but you stayed still, like love was slowly cooling against its will. If I'd known warmth was leaving, I would have held you close. But love don't announce departures, it just goes. Our love was warmer yesterday, before the distance grew, before the silence learned our names and made them true. I don't curse the way it's ending or the time we gave. I just miss believing love could stay like it did yesterday. Some love don't turn to anger, it just loses its flame. It stops reaching for tomorrow, stop saying your name. I would have built another fire if I'd known what it took, but you don't feel the cold arrive till
warmer yesterday, and I still feel the proof in the way my heart remembers what it used to do. If love ever asked me why I'm careful, why I hesitate, I'll say I learned the hardest way. Our love was warmer yesterday.
The sky stayed low that afternoon, like it knew what we'd become. Every streetlight blurred the edges of the place we were from. You watched the rain trace the window like it had something to say. I felt the ending in the weather before you turned away. We didn't rush the conversation, didn't try to be brave. We let the quiet fill the space where our answers should have stayed. There was slow rain over our story, falling soft and thin. Not enough to call it a storm, just enough to sink in. By the time we felt the chill, we were already through. Yeah, love didn't wash us away, it just wore us down, me and you. We talk about the early days like they belonged to someone else. Every memory felt distant, like a book back on the shelf. Your hand rested on the table, but it didn't reach for mine. I watched the rain keep time outside with everything we left behind. I thought love would end dramatically with thunder or a sign. Didn't know it could fade so quietly, one drop at a time. There was slow rain over our story, blurring where we stood. Every promise lost its outline, like paper never should. I don't blame the way it ended, or the things we couldn't do. I just wish we'd felt it sooner, when the rain first started moving through. Some love doesn't drown in heartbreak, it just learns how to bend. It soaks into the moments till you can't tell where it ends. I don't curse the sky for falling, or the clouds passing through. I just miss the way the sun fell before the view. There was slow rain over our story, and now it's finally clear. Not every love is meant to last through every year. If love ever leaves a pattern that I I walk the same streets every morning, same cracks in the concrete ground, but every step feels unfamiliar since you're not around. The world didn't change its rhythm, cars still pass, birds still sing, but moving forward feels heavier than I thought it'd be. I told myself I'd be stronger, the time would settle in, but healing isn't standing still, it's learning how to live. There's a soft pain in every step since you walked away, not sharp enough to call it breaking, too deep to wish away. I'm not falling apart anymore, I'm just learning how to move. Yeah, there's a quiet ache in living since I lost you. I see reflections in store windows and barely recognize the man. He looks like someone who's surviving, not someone who had a plan. I don't reach for what we were, I don't beg the past to stay, but memory walks beside me every single day. I don't need sympathy or someone to explain, I just need to keep on walking through the pain. There's a soft pain in every step, but I still go on. I don't stop for every memory, I don't lie down and mourn. I carry love like an old injury that taught me something true. Not everything that hurts is broken, some things just hurt 'cause they matter to you. Maybe someday I'll walk lighter, maybe the ache will fade, but I don't rush the healing, I let it take its shape. I loved you in the only way I knew how to do, and I don't regret the weight I carry for loving you. There's a soft pain in every step, but I'm still standing tall. I don't run from what we were, I just answer the call. If love ever leaves a footprint that time can't remove, it's written in the way I keep walking, with the soft pain of you. Learned how to walk without you, learned how to sleep alone, but there's a version of myself that never made it home. He still waits in old conversations, still believes you'll call. He's frozen in a way we were before the fall. I carried on like I was whole, like nothing changed in me, but love leaves fingerprints behind you don't always see.
It's the part of me you left behind that still knows your face. Not the man I am today, just the one who stayed. I don't chase you anymore, I don't ask for time, I just live with the quiet truth that part of me is still mine. I packed away the photographs, put the letters out of sight. But memory doesn't ask permission when it visits late at night. I've grown stronger in the daylight, learned how to move ahead. But there's a softer version of me, still holding what you said. I don't try to fix the past or make it disappear. I just honor what I loved and what it made me here. It's the part of me you left behind that still feels your name, not with pain or broken hope, just something I can't change. I don't need you to return or explain the time, I just live with the piece of me you left behind. It's the part of me you left behind that taught me how to stay, how to carry love with dignity, even when it fades. If I ever love again, I'll love with clearer eyes, but I'll always keep the part of me you left behind. Said you were just tired, said it had been a long day. I believed every word you offered, didn't hear what you couldn't say. Your coat stayed on a little longer, your eyes looked past the room like part of you was already leaving. I kept waiting for reassurance, for something solid to hold, but love was asking for presence while you were letting go. It was when you forgot to stay that I felt the change begin. Not the night you walked away, but the night you weren't all in. You were here but halfway gone, learning how to leave. Yeah, I lost you slowly when you forgot to stay with me. shared the same old routines, still slept side by side. But your mind was always somewhere else, looking for another life. I asked if everything was okay. You smiled and said, of course. But comfort doesn't sound convincing when it's spoken by force. I don't blame you for the ending or the truth you found. I just wish I'd known the moment when your heart checked out. It was when you forgot to stay, not when goodbye was said, but when love stopped showing up in the quiet moments instead. I kept fighting for tomorrow while you were drifting free. Yeah, the hardest part of losing you is knowing you left before you left me. Some love doesn't end in endings, it ends in absence and time, in the slow retreat of attention, in the missing you're still mine. I would have stood in the fire if I'd known that was the cost. But you don't fight a battle when the war is already lost. It was when you forgot to stay that the truth broke through. Not the door closing behind you, but the space between me and you. If love ever asks for presence, more than words you say, I learned it the hard way. When you forgot to stay. You still said all the right things, still stood close when I reached, but something behind your eyes was already out of reach. I watched your smile hold together like it didn't want to fall. Love used to live in your eyes like it knew where to go, but lately they were looking past me at something I don't know. It was when your eyes lost the light that my heart understood. Not the words you never said, just the change in how you stood. You were still right there beside me, still calling me your own, but love had already packed its bags when your eyes lost the glow. We talked about the future softly, like it wouldn't mind, but every dream felt borrowed from a different time. Your gaze used to pull me closer, now it slipped right through. I miss the part of loving you that loved me too. I don't blame you for the fading or the truth it showed. I just wish I'd known the moment when the light went cold. It was when your eyes lost the light that I felt the distance grow. Not in miles or empty nights, just something letting go. I would have fought 1,000 battles if I'd known what to do, but love was already leaving in the way your eyes moved. Some endings don't come with goodbyes, they come with a look that changes tone. When the eyes stop holding the future, you know you're alone. I don't curse the time we shared or the love we grew. I just miss the way your eyes once said, I choose you. It was when your eyes lost the light that I learned the truth. Not every love ends loudly, some just stop shining through. If love ever shows its ending before words ever do, it's written in the quiet moment when the light leaves you. Your name in passing conversation, spoken like it didn't know me. It landed in my chest for a moment, heavier than it used to be. I didn't stop, didn't turn around, didn't let it pull me back. But I felt the years we shared together in that single syllable crack. Time told me I was doing better, said I'd learn to move along. But healing doesn't mean forgetting, it just means carrying it strong. It was when your name felt heavy that I knew I loved you right. Not with pain that breaks you open, just a quiet kind of way. I can say I move forward, I can say I'm free, but your name still settles deeper than it ever did in me. I packed away the photographs, let the memories lie still. But some love don't ask permission, it just leaves a will. I don't say your name out loud much, I let it pass inside. Some words carry too much history to speak without a sigh. I don't ache the way I once did, I don't reach for yesterday. But love leaves a gravity behind it that never fades away. It was when your name felt heavy that I stopped trying to pretend that loving you was something I could fully outrun. I don't wish you'd come back or rewrite our time. I just honor what we were every time I hear your name. Maybe that's the cost of love and something honest and true. Not the pain of losing someone, but the mark they leave in you. I don't carry bitterness, I don't carry blame. I just carry the quiet truth inside your name. It was when your name felt heavy that I found my peace. Not because it stopped hurting, but because it meant something to me. If love ever leaves a measure of who we used to be, it's written in the weight I carry when your name still lives in me. The sky together from the hood of your old car, talking about nothing that mattered, like we already knew who we are. That evening felt like any other, just another day ending slow. I didn't know you were taking something I wouldn't see again once you'd go. The colors faded faster than usual, like the light knew what to do. I felt the night arrive too early, the moment I lost you. You took the sunset with you, left the world in shade. Every evening feels unfinished now, like something slipped away. I don't blame the dark for coming, or the night for moving through. I just never learned how to watch the sky since you took the sunset with you. Still drive past that old lookout. Sometimes I slow down. The view's still there, but it feels empty, like it forgot the sound. We used to lean into the quiet, let the colors say enough. Now even beauty feels distant when it's not shared with love. I thought sunsets were just moments passing like they do. Didn't know they could be memories tied so close to you. You took the sunset with you, and I stayed behind,
learning how to face the evening without your hand in mine. Every orange, every violet feels borrowed now somehow, like the sky remembers us, even when I don't know how. Maybe it's not the sky that's changed, maybe it's how I see. Some colors only feel like home when you're next to me. I don't ask the day to stay longer or the light to fight the blue. I just miss the way it felt to end a day with you. You took the sunset with you, but I still look up sometimes, hoping I'll feel that warmth again somewhere down the line. If love ever leaves a mark that time can't undo, it's the way the sky still aches for you. When the sun goes down